Greetings and welcome. On the last video we looked at the birth of movement, how to move from the center of mass and how to stretch and connect your mass into a movement to generate power. Now we're going to add on to that. So as we drop and sink and stretch to bring the hands up, we're going to stand in front of a wall bag or a partner with a chest shield. We're going to sink, drop, and then we're going to touch the wall bag and then drop and stretch. So sink, stretch, touch the wall bag or your partner's shield that they're holding on their body, and then we just drop and continue to stretch. We want to stretch our mass underneath the object that we're hitting, so we get a full connection. Now, initially, we don't want to hit on full extension. We want to hit a little bit less extended because we're simply able to connect more mass that way. As we develop more connectivity, we develop more extension. So we'll eventually be punching all the way out there with full connected mass, but initially we're punching 3/4 of the way out or so, halfway between the lead and guard hand. We've got a maximum amount of connected mass around there. As you get more connection, you have more extension. So you're hitting the pad hole around there to start with, then it goes further, 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 and further. Okay, so we sink, ground out, touch the wall pad or your partner with one knuckle or one fist or two, and then from there, just sink underneath. You want to create a ground path, get used to dropping from the core underneath your target. The more you drop from underneath your target, the more connection you get, the more connected mass you get, and more power, because force is mass times acceleration. Now we're working on the mass component, then we work on how to generate the acceleration component through the stretch in the fascia. The fascia connectivity connects mass, the acceleration is through the stretch in that connectivity. So we put these two together to create power. Just because it's an internal system doesn't mean we're talking about anything mystical. Internal simply means that we're using less muscle contraction to produce force and more muscle stretch to produce force. More fascia and gravity and body mass and less muscle contraction. When you contract your muscle, you isolate your mass into a thinner line. When you relax and release and stretch open the muscle and wave your mass through it, you expand the mass out, have more connected mass. Now let's say you're a really small person, 32 kilos. Imagine taking a 32 kilo kettlebell and punching someone in the face with it. I mean, their face is going to break. 32 kilos of connected mass. Now if you weigh 32 kilos and you put your whole mass onto your knuckles, what's going to happen? Same as a kettlebell. It's not as hard, same amount of mass. And then you can accelerate that and produce the result. So this produces a lot of power. It's a very, very profound method of connecting your body weight to produce force. Now, in the earlier videos we talked about the bathroom scales. Put your knuckles on a bathroom scale, relax and sink, and we talked about two different types of connected force. One is you just relax and sink, and you have a baseline of connected mass. And the other is you really exert the stretch and the connection of the muscles, and you power out your stretch to increase and amp that up. These two numbers are important. Natural connected mass, so you just relax and sink and stretch, and it feels effortless and light. This is how much people are going to feel when they touch you in Chi-Sao. You touch someone, you sink and stretch. I'm 120 kilos. My natural connected mass is around 25% of my body weight. That's effortless. That means when they touch me, they're going to have about 30 kilos of energy passing straight through their fascia, connecting to their center of balance without me even trying. That's just by dropping and stretching. When I drop and stretch further, that percentage goes up, 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 as I connect more of that mass to shunt and produce accelerated forces. So you want to get your natural number, that when you just touch and stretch your knuckles or to stretch your palms on a set of bathroom scales, to be an effortless quarter of your weight. And then you want to build that up to about half your weight. Effortless connection. Then connection with effort, with acceleration, it's going to be far, far higher. This is important. Why? Because when people touch you, they can't stay on their feet. If you're doing chi sao and you roll underneath them, they have a wave of mass going through them. And if you see a whole mass going through them, of course, they're going to be ungrounded, destabilized, and it'll be like playing with a rag doll when you're doing chi sao or push hands with people, because you have so much connected mass passing through them. Providing you're sticking to their center and sticking to their feet and just stretching through their frame with your energy and mass. And this is just pure physics, elastic springs absorbing force and sending counter forces back. Okay, so these next exercises, we've already covered a lot of this information in the past videos. We're reviewing, revisiting, and compounding, going to more depth with each of these methods. All right, thank you for your time. Have fun with the training, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, goodbye for now.